Hello traders and welcome to ChrisFX. I have fantastic news for you because we have a prop firm which is finally using static drawdown and it is a revolutionary move in this prop firm market. I am referring to day traders. This is the prop firm we're going to be talking about. I have the link down in the description. Plus the best code in the market, ChrisFX, is going to give you the maximum discount. They did have an 80% discount. Go ahead and apply the code. I'm not aware what they have right now running, but with ChrisFX as your code and by using the link down in the description, you will be having the best discount codes. Let's begin and talk about why this prop firm, the specific program of this prop firm that I'm going to be talking about, is fantastic. Once you have clicked, as an example, on the link that I have down in the description and you have joined the website over here, you will scroll down and we have two types of accounts that you can choose from. Trailing is referring to trailing drawdown. Nonetheless, they do have static. Static, guys, is referring to static drawdown. I'm gonna be explaining what those things are, and this is the purpose of this video as well. Some of you are aware of those things, some of you are not aware of those things. Usually I will say it right off the bat, those static accounts you will not find in the futures prop firm market. Okay, you will not find such accounts. And I'm gonna show you in the end of the video those best 3 prop firms, which accounts of those I'm using right here, but this is for the end of the video. So you scroll down around in the middle of this web page, of the home page that they have, you go to static instead of trailing and you choose one of those accounts. I personally have a 300k static. I started trading today. I am $300 something up. And I'm gonna show you why this is very important. I will take a screenshot of that and I will go ahead and paste it, guys, right on TradingView so that we will be able to analyze it. Okay, so here it is. Here we have it. Let's assume that I am choosing the 300k static. Okay, what does this mean? First of all, you have 6 contracts that you can trade, 6 mini contracts or 60 micros. Okay, you need to make 12,000 for this challenge and you have a total drawdown. This is where we're going to be focusing, of $3,500. So your drawdown is $3,500. On every single other futures prop firm that comes to my awareness, okay, of the legit ones, they do have usually trailing drawdowns. They do have the trailing drawdown. Trailing drawdown, and I think I should be using the Epic pen to explain, in order to explain those things. Give me just one moment. So the trailing drawdown, which this is not a trailing drawdown, but let's talk about the trailing drawdown first. The intraday trailing drawdown, intraday trailing drawdown means the following, guys. It does mean, as an example, let's assume that I have this total drawdown of 3,500 as I'm starting to trade this 300k account. This means that I'm allowed to take this account down to 296,500, okay, plus the 3,500 that this drawdown is, then you have your 300k account. Now, the intraday trailing drawdown, prop firms such as Apex Trading have this type of drawdown. You will be faced with the following issue. You start with your 300k and you have this trailing drawdown, TDD I will name it, okay? This is the static drawdown. By the way, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm just making sure that you understand the 3 types of drawdowns, okay? So we have, let's move that over here a little bit. We do have the first type of drawdown, which is the worst out of all, is the trailing drawdown. In this scenario, if this would be a trailing drawdown, which is not, I'm saying that again, let's assume that you are opening a trade and you take this is running now and it is at $301,000 and you are not closing any part of the trade. Let's assume that this is running. and it has reached $301,000, and then it drops down to $300,000 again, which is your starting balance, and you close the trade at break even. And now the balance is of course at break even. Nonetheless, the intraday trailing drawdown, because it trails you at the highest point that you reached even if you have an open position, this now means that you are allowed to lose, remember this number, until 297,500. So now you are allowed another drawdown of 2,500 and not you are allowed a drawdown of 2,500. It is as if you have lost $1,000, which you don't have, which you haven't lost, but it is as if you have lost $1,000 and you have 2,500 remaining. Okay, if you would have made it with this trade to 302,000 and without closing the trade even, if the trade would come back to 300,000, it would have been as if you had lost 2,000 and you would have only 1,500 left. This is the worst type of drawdown, the intraday trailing drawdown. Now, the end of day trailing drawdown is way better. But this, the static drawdown that we're going to be talking about from day traders, which you shouldn't be missing out. Okay, you should go ahead and purchase your accounts right now. Check out, of course, for the discount. I have the highest discounts. If there is a current discount running, go ahead, apply code ChrisFX. It's going to give it to you. If it doesn't, it means that there is no better discount in the market. Do not even bother going anywhere else. You will not find any other discounts. Let's continue. End of day trailing drawdown means now that let's take the same scenario of the $300,000 account where you are allowed to lose until 296,500 because we have a 3,500 drawdown, okay, allowed. That we see it right here actually, right here. Now, what happens in this occasion? Let's assume that you open a trade within the day and it goes at 304,000, let's say, dollars even. And it comes, let's do it 303,000. It makes more sense actually. If you go ahead and take a trade and this trade is open right now, let's assume, and it goes up to 303,000 and it comes down and stops you at break even at the initial balance, and you close the day like that, you haven't lost anything. You will still have a $3,500 drawdown. If you take a trade though, and you close it, and you close the day with 303,000, you close this as a profit, this $3,000, you close it as a profit now. Let's take this scenario. This now means that you will have 3,500 from the new balance. So now the next day you are allowed to lose until 299,500. It trails this thing, you still can lose 3,500 and it trails in the end of the day from your highest balance, okay? From where your highest balance is. Closed, not is, not was, this is the trailing drawdown. The highest balance that you have closed the day with. This means that if you open a trade and it goes $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 up within the day and comes back and stops you at break even, you haven't lost anything. But the next day you have to be with the end of day trailing drawdown. You will still have this drawdown right here as we see it. And if the day ends, you will still have this drawdown but from the new increased balance. Very good. This is definitely better than the previous one, which was the intraday trailing drawdown, which is the worst type of drawdown. It is disgusting actually. Now we have this prop firm, Day Traders, right here, which is offering a static drawdown, guys. Static drawdown. This is something that we have never seen in the futures prop firm industry. Many prop firms that are not futures, that are CFDs, which I do not trust most of them, they do have this type of drawdown. But here, on the future space, we have not seen this thing. This is unseen. This now means I have this $300,000 account. I will make a separate video on the targets that you have to hit. I'm not going to talk about them in this video. This is just for the valuation. Your next target is way, way, way smaller than that in order to get paid. Let's take the static drawdown example. You can lose again until you begin, and you are able to lose with this account the 3,500. So this is mostly like a 5 actually here, so I will do it a 3, a clear 3. And you are allowed to lose 3,500, so you begin and you can lose until, you can take your balance until 296,500. This means that this is static. Static. This is the lowest that your balance can go to. If you make within the day, if you take your account to 310,000, guess what? In order to lose this account, you still now have to lose the 10,000 that you made plus the 3,500. So now you are allowed to have a stop loss of $13,500. This is something unseen in this industry. I'm telling you, this is disgustingly good. This is fantastic. I was waiting for such opportunity, and those lovely people reached out to me, and yes, I checked out the prop firm first. I checked out the reviews. They do have, if I take you right here, they do have, as you can see, 4.7 stars. Yeah, this whole thing is quite new. I understand that. But I can see great things coming from this prop firm. The way that they have the rules, in my opinion, this is what I'm looking at on a prop firm. I'm not even looking instantly. Of course, I'm going to the reviews. But what I'm looking as a trader and what I'm trying to do for you, and I have all of my best prop firms right here on chrisfxoriginal.com. You can find the link down in the description as well, guys, with the best discounts. I have them as 3. Number 3 over here, right, because they are new to me. I haven't heard lots of things about them, but what I'm looking at, when I'm looking at a prop firm, I'm looking at their rules. What does this mean? I'm looking to see, first of all, if the rules are profitable for the company. And you will say, Chris, what the hell are you talking about? I will explain, wait. I want something that is great for traders, as great as it can be, but I want to see if the business plan makes sense. Does the business plan, does it make sense? Okay, does this thing make sense? And is it good for long-term, let's say, viability of this prop firm? Okay. Is the prop firm, in other words, gonna survive? This is what I'm looking at, especially after what happened with fast track trading, where I was doing fantastic, and of course those guys ruined my psychology for the next 2 months after the issue that occurred there. And of course I got paid a lot of money, but not all of my money. I had a lot of money to be paid still. This is what I'm looking at. And I can see that still it will be hard for many traders to pass with the first, let's say, go. Okay. I can still see that this whole thing is viable 100%. And if the prop firm remains with those beautiful rules, people are going to start choosing them as well. And they're going to be making a lot of money, and they will not have any issues paying money. They will not have any issues paying, which is the most important thing for us traders, receiving our money. So yes, guys, yes, it is important that these prop firms are profitable as well. These, I am not finished, not even if you choose the static drawdown. You do not need to worry about any trailing drawdowns and any bullshit. 0 rules. no consistency rules in the evaluation. Okay. I will make a separate video on what to expect. No consistency rules for the evaluation. No news trading restrictions. No restrictions on news trading. These are some of the things that I'm going to tell you. Plus a static drawdown, guys. For me, I have started trading this account with my Telegram group in the signals, which you can join if you please. For me, this is 1000% a prop firm that I'm going to be trading with my group. Okay. Hopefully they also choose to trade it. If they don't choose to trade it, I am going to be trading it. I'm going to be trading it. Those rules are fantastic. I don't need to worry about the profits that I have made, that the drawdown even is trailing in the end of the day. Why? It doesn't make any sense. If I would be having a personal account of 100,000, let me make this clear, a personal account of 100,000, okay? And I take this account to 115,000 as an example. Pay attention. Why would I have somebody trailing me with a drawdown? Either it might be 3,500 or if it may be 7,000 or whatever the hell it is. Who is somebody to tell me that if I take this, let's assume the 3,500 drawdown. If I take this, let's say, now to 111,500, that I have failed the account. How the hell have I failed the account? Even an end of day trailing drawdown of $3,500, if I would have made 115,000 and I would take my balance down to 11,500, 111, I mean 1,500, right here, I would still fail the account. And who the hell is out there to argue with me that with a personal account, I could easily go ahead, guys. I could easily go ahead. Take this balance to 119,000 or 115,000 or whatever, lose all of my profit, delete all of the profit, smash it in one trade because for some reason I'm crazy. Do not do it. I'm just saying. And I go back to the initial capital of 100,000 without losing a single dollar over that. Who the hell out there in his or her sane mind is to argue that I just didn't lose anything from my initial capital? I haven't lost anything from my initial capital. I mean, of course, it would not be a good behavior to make 119,000 and blow all the profit, but still, guys, I blew my profit as an example. This is exactly what the static account is offering you. All of your profit is yours to keep. Okay, so even if you treat the drawdown that they allow you on the 300k account that I suggest that you go ahead and purchase, if you just treat it as a $3,500 account, any profit that you make is not going to drop you below that. So let's say that you are allowed to take that to zero in real conditions. Of course, you have way more buying power than the $3,500 account on this 300k. If I take this account to 20,000, now I have a full 20,000 to lose. This is my profit. My profit. I deserved it. I made it. So this is what, in my opinion, day traders are best for. I am also using my funded futures for the expert accounts. Okay, these expert accounts are fantastic because they don't have a consistency rule, and I'm using Tick Trader for the instant trading accounts on Trade08, Direct or Project X. It is the exact same thing. For all of those, I have the links down in the description, or you can find them over here. I would go ahead and give day traders a try, absolutely. I will be trading them exclusively, I think, or almost exclusively in my trading signals. This doesn't mean that I'm not going to be trading those other two prop firms, but I'm going to be focusing on this account. I need to make a lot of profit on this account, and I love this approach. I'm not sponsored by them, I am affiliated with them, but I'm not sponsored in the sense that I'm being paid money to say those things. Okay, I just started an affiliation with them, and I also have this 300k static that I didn't even know that this thing existed. I really didn't know that this thing existed in the market. Go ahead, give them a try. Absolutely, they seem like a fantastic prop firm. Or you can go here at chrisfxoriginal.com and go ahead and try any of the prop firms that I have right here. I suggest that you try this one definitely. Of course, they have smaller accounts as well. You don't need to pay for the very large account, but you will have a smaller drawdown as well. A smaller target as well, of course. I'm gonna be making more videos about this fantastic prop firm as well as my progress on this prop firm. I will keep you educated and up to date on whatever happens, okay? If anything bad happens, I mean, if I see any red flags on any of the companies that I'm advertising here, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you. Right off the bat, I see some red flags. I have heard about some red flags with Apex Trader. I'm not sure if those are real. That's why I have them at number 5 over here. I'm not quite sure if they have a 90% right now or an 80%. Personally, I didn't have problems with Apex Trader, but I haven't been trading with them for 3 or 4 months, 4 months maybe. Why? Not because I had any payout issues. I will make that absolutely clear. I don't like the intraday trailing drawdown. I know that many people are getting paid, those who are following their rules, but I have heard some very bad things recently. If the rumors are proven to be true, I'm gonna remove them from my list, as I'm gonna do with any other of those companies. But for those other companies, I haven't heard anyone complaining, okay? Nobody else. So this is gonna do it for today, traders. Give them a try. Thank you all for watching. Until next time.